Ludus Full Pez.
Welcome to Ludus Full Pez. My name's Kirsty, and today we're at Tabletop Scotland with Andrew from Eerie Idol Games.
Hey.
Hello Andrew, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah,
Good,
first time
good.
at Tabletop Scotland.
And ours.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
Ours. It's lots of firsts for everyone today. It's very exciting.
Brilliant.
So, how's it all going for you so far?
It's very, very well so far. Yeah, we've had lots of people,
Good.
as you can see, play testing the game and trying it out. And it's lots of positive responses, so it's been great. Yeah.
Would you like to just give us a little run through
Of course,
the game?
yeah.
The game of which is called The Old King's Crown.
That's right, yeah.
Forget to mention that one.
That's right, the game's called The Old King's Crown. The premise is the old king has gone missing under mysterious circumstances. Not sure what's happened to him, but what has happened is the heirs are now fighting for control over the crown and the empty kingdom that you see here.
Okay.
And so that's you. That's you as the players, you are the heirs. And so what you're going to be doing on your turn is you're going to be drawing cards from this small deck of cards here.
Yeah.
And what you're then doing is placing 3 of them face down into each of these regions, like this.
Okay.
Now, every player is going to do this at the same time. So it's all a simultaneous play, which is really, really great. You don't need to sit around waiting for your opponents to take their turn, which is great. And it's really a game about bidding. So you can see the cards have numbers and traits. And generally, higher numbers are going to be winning here.
Okay.
So what we do is, once all cards are placed, we'd flip over this top region here.
Okay.
And we can see here that these numbers, for example, the 11 is the highest.
Yeah.
However, the traits indicate certain things might happen. So, for example, this dagger symbol here, it is 11, but it gets knocked out by the lowest card in the game, this shield. So these are the most numerous in the deck, which means this 11 card is really, really powerful, but very vulnerable. So you need to really know kind of what your opponent might do.
Okay,
and at its core, that's what the game's about. It's about guessing what your opponent might do while trying to protect yourself, trying to counter what they might do. The winner of these will then have a choice of these locations, and that's the thing of like a reward that they can get.
Okay.
So we're trying to amass, say, 15 influence in a 3 to 4 player game, 20 influence in a 2 player game.
Okay.
Whoever can do that first will become the new ruler.
Yes.
So if they choose the castle, for example, they can do things like putting a card into the court.
Yeah.
The court allows them to gain influence over time. So it's kind of slowly building points.
Yeah.
The wilderness, on the other hand, they can sacrifice cards up to the site of power up here, and they gain access to this 12th card. It's the best card in the game. If they can do that early on, they've got a really big advantage over their opponent. So that might be an early game strategy.
Yeah.
So these are really about building kind of your early game and trying to sort of gain yourself more power for later on.
Yeah.
Whereas the sort of mid-region here is more about kind of instant rewards. So for example, Harvest Field, you just gain yourself 2 influence. The Battlefield allows you to remove influence from opponents. Maybe they're starting to win a bit, maybe move ahead a little bit, and you might say, I don't really want that to happen.
No.
So you maybe remove some influence from them.
Okay.
And the Shrine and Necropolis are all about the hand management side of our game. So
okay.
you have a small deck of cards. 17, everyone has 17 cards here.
Okay.
If you ever run out of cards, you simply shuffle your discard pile and make a new draw pile.
Yeah.
Every time that happens, though, your hand size is going to drop down by 1, right? So that gives you less options for what you can then play here. So you really don't want that to happen very often. No. And that's really what the Shrine and Necropolis allow you to do. So you're going to be, for example, if you win in the Shrine, taking the 3 cards you played and putting them on the bottom of the draw pile, stopping that from cycling around. Necropolis does something similar, but with your discard pile. So you shuffle your discard pile, put 3 cards on top of the draw pile. The game really, you're not going to be able to necessarily win in every single region every single time. So it's really about thinking, well, what's going to work for me this turn? But also, what do my opponents want? What are they trying to do? Because you might want to try and counteract them as well. And that's really where these come in really handy. So these are our heralds.
Yeah.
And we would do this before you place any cards. Think of these like big declarative statements where you might say, I really want to win in Harvest Field. I really want to win there, right? If you do, you gain yourself 1 additional influence.
Okay.
So that's a good way of accruing influence.
Yeah.
Your opponent might do the exact same thing. They might say, no, I want to win there instead. What's going to happen here is whoever does win is actually going to gain themselves 1, but also steal 1 from their opponent. So in a 4-player game, everyone in theory could all play in 1 location.
No one do it.
Right, exactly. But you can also use it to misdirect. And you might say, for example, I really want to win there.
Yeah.
You have no intention of winning there whatsoever, right? But your opponent does. So maybe they've played a really powerful card that they think can kind of stop you, but actually,
you want to go there.
Right, exactly.
I see.
So everyone's deck is very similar, but everyone has a different faction, which play in slightly different ways, but are still readable and still offer kind of interesting challenges against each other. So, for example, you have the nobility everyone has a decree card, which is this icon here.
Okay.
Everyone has one of those, and they're all slightly different. So the Gilded Wall says it just creates a tie, but you can block a location for everyone except for them. So an interesting strategy might be, to block off the castle, but they might just put some cards in the court. Now that's kind of blocked off, and they're slowly gaining points over time. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Or the Gathering, kind of our weirder, sort of unusual faction. They're all about losing, which sounds a little bit unusual. Why would you want to lose? Well, the more you lose, the more likely you are to get these powerful cards that kind of kept in reserve. So you have 11 cards, which are really powerful. So they don't seem like a threat at the start of the game until suddenly,
until suddenly they
really are
run out of the cards.
Exactly that. Yeah. So that's kind of the core of the game. That's really how it works.
That's brilliant.
Plays really quickly. It's around about 45 minutes to around about an hour and 20 minutes, sort of average time at the moment.
How many players does it take?
It's 1 to 4, so we actually have a solo mode in development as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to showcasing that soon too.
And so if people want to, it's not available to purchase yet?
It's not yet, no. We're, the plan is that we're in discussion with some publishers and things like that, so potentially Kickstarter, potentially publishers. We're not entirely sure just yet, so it'll be next year.
That's amazing. And so if people want to find out more about yourselves, where do they need to go?
So the best way is to go to theoldkingscrown.com. That has links to everything you possibly need. So we've got our Discord there. We have a mailing list, probably the best way to keep up to date with everything we're doing. We actually have a tabletop simulator mod is there as well, so if you want to try the game right now, you can do that if you want to. And then lots of other interesting stuff will be on there. Lots of the artwork as well. I
was going to say the artwork is beautiful. Lovely choice of colours.
Yes, thank you. So our illustrator is standing right there. So it's really the three of us have been working on this game for about 5 years now. Really kind of just starting to bring it to life properly now and show people that we're really happy with the response we've had so far. Yeah, we really are. We really are. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for your time today, Andrew. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you everyone at home for watching, and keep an eye on this. Watch this space.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.